What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. Today I decided that I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update, both about my feelings about the recent update that came inside of Diablo Immortal, the events that went down, etc., and then about life as well. You guys know that I like to sometimes fill you in on what's going on in my life as a whole. So first of all, let's start off with the Diablo Immortal related stuff, because that's probably why most of you are here. When you go over to the events, taking a look at what came, Phantom Market was great. Well, personally, because Blizzard hooked me up with the cosmetic, which I appreciate them doing. I like the cosmetic. I think it looks great. If you're someone that wants to spend that money on it, I think this is a good one to do that on. If not, that's cool too. Conqueror is back. Haven't yet done that. Phantom Gallery, it's another way for you to get more rewards inside of the game, but it is a very much paid event. I have not participated in this one myself. Tong Shi's renewal. It's been kind of great that every day you come on in, you claim some bags, you get some gold, you get some materials for crafting. To be honest, I've actually, because of this, I've been able to come on over and do some upgrading to my own account here. We were able to get our piece of gear right down here to level 21, which was nice. We also did a little bit of upgrading to some of our secondary pieces of gear because of challenge rifts. But really, all the gear that I have right now has that fourth stat. And if you take a look, my fourth stat right here that I rolled was literally perfect. Damage done by your summons increased by 3.5%. Now, being a necromancer, this is going to be a stat that is a must-have on all of my pieces of gear. The problem is the bonuses are tough for me to get because I don't have the materials needed to roll them again. But once I get them to the next level where that type of thing can happen, we could hopefully get that. Because I don't want to get rid of critical hit, all skill damage, duration of beneficial effects, all that stuff is important. But the event, the red bags, actually helped me be able to personally upgrade my stuff. So we'll come back over here again, go back into the events. We have the Hungering Moon, always nice and easy here. I like this one because you could passively claim rewards. Even if you're not using the bonus of the critical hit and whatnot, you can use it, activate a new one, and then when you get rewards, you just go kind of come in here and you collect some stuff, whether you're using the benefit of the critical hit chance or not. It's also great because we're always running dungeons, so why not be able to do it in that way? So that's always a nice event that comes back to the game. Howler Hunt, a little bit of a disappointment if I'm being honest. I personally don't love the event. It's a social Among Us style event, and for me, it's just not in my taste. There very well could be a lot of people that are enjoying it. It's not one that I'm personally enjoying, though. But, you know, I do like the idea here. I do like that Blizzard's always coming back with new different types of events and things that can rotate through. The rotation is going to be nice so that we don't get bored or stale with something. But as you can tell from the tasks, I haven't even completed my 2 for the week because it's not something that I've really been in love with doing. So I'm curious to see how you guys feel about Howler's Hunt, if you like it or not. And then, of course, the Fractured Plane is back. Haven't had a chance yet to do that. I'll get into why I've been so busy in a few moments when I give you the life update. But haven't had a chance to do that either, but I will. It's one of my favorite events inside of the game. I think it's a lot of fun. Now, we also had the event over here, and it's still running right now if you haven't done it. Inside of the Elder Rifts, you're going to be able to use your mirrored jewels. You're going to be able to get twice as much value from your legendary crests. I ran 30 legendary crests yesterday, and I have to say, I believe it was yesterday, I got a lot of great stuff out of it. I got myself a bunch of 2-star gems, and I got myself 4 5-star gems. One of them was actually a 4 out of 5. It's this Howler's Call right here. I'm considering using it. So it was actually also one of the mirrored gems, so I was able to sell one of them that's in the market right now. It hasn't sold. Debating if I'm going to pull it and use it myself. And we got a bunch of other 2 out of 5-star legendary gems as well. They were all bound, so essentially I used them as gem power for upgrading other things. We are going to be getting our, if we take a look at the gems here, I've been really focusing on the 2-stars, so Follower's Burden. We're working on getting our Pain Clasp up because, again, we have to start this all over. Now we're only at 6. So that is the grind. That is the goal. The Mirrored Jewel event kind of gave us a little bit of a jump start on that. It allowed me to power up my gem power, if in lack of better words. I was able to get what I needed to get so that I could then upgrade stuff more quickly because I had more gem power to do that. So overall, the update was okay. It's definitely not the best update. The Mirrored Jewel event at Elder Rifts is definitely the best thing that came from this, in my opinion. I like the idea of the Tishang thing. The battle, actually, I didn't even discuss that. Let me go back to that really quickly. The battle that we had over here, it was right here, Defeat Jagoon. It was a cool boss battle. It was very easy. It was not difficult to take down Jagoon whatsoever. I have a video out on that as well. In a 5-minute video, I took him down twice with my party. Very easy. The rewards, let's be honest, they're a little lackluster. I honestly didn't even know where they were or how to find them when I completed it. They were actually in my bag. You got 1 Telluric Pearl and some legendary items. As you can see, we are, well, we're Paragon 190 now. We are 10 levels above server Paragon level, only receiving 30% of the buff. But we are ready. Like, check this out. We are ready for the next Paragon level. Look at, first of all, we have all these chests. And we have all these legendary pieces of gear and secondary legendary pieces of gear as well, so that we're going to be able to really nicely jump to the next level and be prepared once we hit Paragon 1200, which for me is probably going to be Friday or Saturday before, probably a week before it actually switches to that Paragon level. So then I'll be able to do Hell 5 and my combat rating should all be good to go and everything by then. But I said I would give you guys a life update as well. You're probably like, Eric, you sound weird, man, in your throat. I've been dealing with some weird, I've been sick on and off with like congestion and stuff literally since Halloween. I've been on antibiotics and off antibiotics. I just can't kick this thing. I'm on antibiotics right now, but I think I have like something strained, like a vocal cord or something. Woke up this morning, I could barely talk. If I try to like get too much enthusiasm in my voice, like I try to do in my videos a little bit, it just like goes and I can't do it. So trying to tone it down just so we can put out a video for today and kind of keep you guys in the loop of what's going on. So I'm dealing with that. I've been dealing with it for a while. My throat's wrecked. I'm literally drinking just like G Fuel with ice in it all day just so that I could kind of have it soothed. Also got a bunch of these like Hall's Defense things that I'm just sucking on all day. That's not the biggest news though. Yesterday, my plan was, I'll tell you about my day for those of you that care. It was Saturday. My oldest son, Carter, he had soccer in the morning, so we went to soccer. Then the plan was to take Carter and Brody, Brody's my younger one, to the football field. We went to the high school, nice AstroTurf field. We were playing football. A couple of their friends came as well. We practiced football, getting ready for the season and all that for about an hour and 45 minutes. And it was great. It was awesome. The kids did great, by the way. Very skilled players and athletes. But then when we came home, they played outside a little bit more. And my plan was for the afternoon, you know, I took them out to lunch after we went to the diner. And then, you know, the wife was home, had time to do what she had to do. And I figured then I'd be able to bang out a bunch of work in the afternoon, get a couple of videos done, kind of get some ideas done for all the channels, all 3 of the channels. But what happened was when my son, my youngest, the 7-year-old, he was in the shower, he closed the shower door and it shattered. And it was not shatterproof glass. So it was sharp, and he got cut everywhere. It was pretty awful. So we had to call the ambulance, and I spent the entire night in the emergency room with him, probably until, I don't know, 8:30 or something. So I guess it wasn't the entire night. We were probably there for about 3 or 4 hours. He ended up getting 10 stitches in all different areas and like glue stuff. Like they glue a bunch of things together. You know, he's a wreck, but he was a trooper. He only shed 1 little tear the entire time when they were working on him. So he's super tough. And I just stayed with him by his side the whole time. And my night was not working. And I didn't prepare anything. I was a little unprepared, and which means I am a little unprepared for the week coming. I got nothing planned ahead of time. And now the voice thing is kind of holding me back from doing it. But we'll get it done. But, you know, just an update on him today. He is not going to be going to the Super Bowl party. Our friends that are having the party have a big lab, and it's a young lab, so it's really energetic. And I don't want him to get like jumped on and have stitches ruined. But also like his hands are like gross looking, and you know, I don't know. He probably shouldn't be around people yet. So he's going to get to stay home with mom to watch the Super Bowl here, and I'll go with Carter to the Super Bowl party that we were invited to. It's probably not right to take a little guy out, first looking the way he looks, and second, feeling the way he feels. With that being said, his face got 1 tiny little nick in it. He's got like, he probably has, no exaggerating, like 100 cuts on his body. Probably about 15 or 20 of them needed to either be stitched or glued. Probably more like 20. But he's good. He's good. He's just going to have a chill day. Probably keep him home on Monday. We're crossing our fingers for a snow day from school on Tuesday. So he'll have plenty of time to rest, and he's only going to be healing from here. So that was a pretty bad experience as a dad to have to see like that. There was a lot of stuff, a lot of red stuff that you don't like seeing all over your kid. So ambulance was great. Police came. They were great. Took care of my son really, really well. So I'm thankful for that. But that is the life update. I mentioned in a video earlier on in the week. I'm just spilling it all out right now, guys. Earlier on in the week, my old job hit me up. My teaching job. I haven't worked teaching in 4 years. They hit me up and they asked me to come back. They said, we need a PE teacher. We want you to come back like tomorrow. And it's something I never thought I would go back and do. But because of the stability of teaching, the pension, and the ability to really like secure life 10 years from now, I actually considered it. Not that I would have stopped YouTube, because I would not have. I would have still done what I do now. Long story short, 2 days of thinking, talking to people, and really analyzing what life would look like, I decided not to go back to teaching. So I'm going to continue working at the job that I work now, which is at AMG, and running the 3 YouTube channels, doing any opportunities that come up. Main reasons were, one, there are 2 reasons why I quit teaching. One was to be more available for my kids, to be able to put them on the bus, take them to school, be there for them if they need me. And 2 was because I wanted to pursue this dream of YouTube. And, well, if I were to go back to teaching, one, I would not be as available for my kids for emotional support and just being the good dad I want to be right now during the day and stuff. It just would have been less. I would have been gone by 7 in the morning and not back until 4:30. And that was important to me. And my kids are still young enough where I feel that's important. Now, of course, it's still important for like the 10-year plan and all that. But right now, I don't think is the right time. And 2, in feeling what the day was like, it would have been very, very difficult for me to make 3 YouTube videos a day and thumbnails and work out of the house teaching, commuting an hour and a half a day. I would have been up until 12 or 1 a.m. every night just to get YouTube done. And not that I couldn't do that, because I can. I did it for 3 years before I stopped teaching. My passion for YouTube would have probably dwindled. I would have been tired and not wanting to do it. So really, my passion is making videos and doing YouTube. So that's what I have to stick with. It's still going great for me. It's just unstable. It's not stable like a teacher's pension. So that was a big thing that was on my mind in this past week. And why am I sharing this with you guys? Because I feel like a small handful of you actually want to know what's going on in my life and actually give a shit. So I figured I'd share it with you guys. But that's my update. And thank you guys for watching until this point in the video. Be good.